It was the beginning of the spring. Flowers bloomed everywhere, and everyone was talking about the grand exhibition which was going to be held in the city tomorrow. It grew up my curiosity when I came to know that along with the beauty of spring, there will be an exhibition of antique collections of Egyptian past belongings. I made up my mind and decided to visit that glorious event of the year. Tomorrow early morning, I hit my car engine and went to the exhibition, which was taking place in the big stadium of the city. The security and other measures made me realize that this event was obviously holding something tremendous in it. There were beautiful Egyptian statues along with antique Egyptian swords and their day-to-day belongings like their clothes and ornaments. Suddenly, I stumbled upon an antique mirror. At first, the mirror seemed nothing more than a curious relic from the past. Intrigued by its ornate frame and mysterious aura, I decided to bring it home. I placed the mirror on the wall of my bedroom, but as I settled into my bedroom, strange occurrences began to unfold. Late at night, when the world was cloaked in darkness, I would catch glimpses of movement in the mirror's reflection, shadows shifting, figures lurking just beyond the glass. I dismissed these sightings as mere tricks of light, a product of my overimagination. I decided to sleep so that I could get rid of all my miscomprehensions. But after a few moments, I heard a scream. I immediately woke up and tried to discover the reason behind this. I was thrilled by fear when I saw that there was blood all over the mirror. Drenched with sweat and not knowing what to do next, I just went into another room and took a sigh of relief. My thoughts that it was just my misconception were fading away. I again saw the mirror, but this time it was crystal clear. The shiver in my body soon went away when I realized that now I could sleep. Tomorrow morning, I woke up laughing at my overthinking nature. I got myself ready for the office, and before leaving the house, when I saw myself in the mirror, I saw that there were tears of blood on my face. Thinking it was just my misconception, I wiped my face and my heart almost stopped when I saw that there was blood all over my hands. That blood was real. I nervously ran out of the house and headed towards the office. My body was shivering and my head was about to burst with fear. While I was struggling with my condition, one of my colleagues came and asked about my condition. I told him everything about the mirror. He gave me a book on the Egyptian curse and told me to read it. Desperate for answers, I delved into the mirror's history, uncovering tales of tragedy and despair that spanned centuries. It was said that the mirror was cursed, a vessel for restless spirits seeking to escape their eternal prison. In the evening, I went home, I opened the door and entered in my room. I looked towards the mirror and everything was normal. I went into the kitchen to prepare my breakfast when I sensed a strange whisper coming from the room. My heart blew out with fear when I saw a soul in the mirror. That soul seemed to be coming out of the mirror. It gave me a terrific stare that I became numb and fell on the floor. When I came into my senses, I mustered up courage and decided to break the mirror so that the curse of the mirror could be lifted. As I went near to the mirror and tried to hold it, a force pushed me so hard that it threw me away from the mirror and I struck in the wall. The air knocked from my lungs as pain shot through my body. It seemed as if a malevolent force was trying to stop me from breaking the mirror so that the locked souls could come into this world and invade the world. I realized that breaking the mirror would not be so simple, and the dark forces lurking within it were far more formidable than I had ever imagined. The mirror loomed over me like a malevolent specter, its surface pulsating with dark energy. Despite the pain coursing through my body, a fierce determination burned within me. With trembling hands, I pushed myself to my feet and staggered toward the mirror once more. With a primal scream of defiance, I brought my fist crashing down upon the mirror, shattering it into 1,000 glittering shards. For a moment, all was still, the air thick with anticipation. Then, with a loud roar, the darkness within the mirror erupted outward, engulfing the room in a swirling vortex of malevolence. I closed my eyes and braced for the worst, but when I opened them again, the darkness was gone. With a sigh of relief, I collapsed to the ground, the ordeal finally over. But as I glanced at the shattered remains of the mirror, a sense of foreboding lingered in the back of my mind. The curse may have been broken, but its echoes would haunt me for years to come.